You are watching the Indiana Sports Network game. You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week. You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week.
Indiana Sports Network, your home for high school holiday hoops.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Wabash Valley.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to Northview High School for tonight's high school basketball game here on Indiana Sports Network. It's Northview taking on Clay City. And we're going to bring you all the exciting action of a cross-county rivalry. It's kind of the David and Goliath thing. Both teams very solid in what they've done so far this year. They both had winning records last year, and we're looking for a great ball game. Hello, everyone. I'm Herb King. Alongside me is Walt Gordon. And Walter, we're looking for a good ball game tonight.
We really are, and you're looking at two teams that love to compete against each other. Brings a lot of energy to the crowd. Is fantastic tonight. Parking's at a premium. If I would have stayed out there another 15 minutes, I probably could have run my car as a shuttle and made a couple $100. I mean, that's how far you got to walk to get inside the gymnasium tonight. But a lot of people are here in the gymnasium. It's going to be an action-packed atmosphere.
Well, it really should be. Pretty good crowd on hand, and if you wanted to know who really wanted to be here, it's Clay City.
Absolutely.
They've packed the side of the gym that we're on. The opposing side that you'll be able to see in most of the ball game is where the home crowd from Northview in Brazil is. Those folks are going to sit there and cheer as well, but I was really surprised because I almost had to crawl over 2 or 3 people just to get up here in the crow's nest to be able to do this ball game. It'll be a great atmosphere. The kids will be loud. They're excited to play each other. A couple things never go right in ball games like this, but at the same time, you really have this kind of atmosphere. Clay City's going to gain a lot from this one as they go forward, especially in just the atmosphere of being big-time basketball on a rival's court.
And they're used to this, and you look at what they've been able to do and what they've been building down there in Clay City and trying to get back to a tradition of excellence. And they're right there. They're nipping on the heels of trying to have something sustained. Won a sectional last year for the first time since 2015, a major step for Clay City getting back into the winner's circle there. So now they're trying to build on that. If they can get healthy the right time of the season, this team could be poised to make a nice run.
Well, and on the other hand, Northview, who had a winning team last year, won about 15 ball games, they only graduated one senior.
Right.
So they have the majority of these guys coming back, and the young underclassmen that played last year have matured another year. So I think both these teams are two of the better ones in the Wabash Valley. The only issue is when you look at Clay City and their sectional went from okay last year to really stacked this year.
And that's just what, with realignment that happens, seems like every other month. It feels like every year we're reshuffling and teams are moving up and down the success factor and shifting things of that nature. And so, you like to be able to get used to your sectional opponents, and it's going to be like that way for a long time. Those days are over, but you have to adjust on the fly. New challenges for Clay City. They still, I'm sure, have that goal of cutting down nets in March, regardless of who's in their sectional. And so it's all about, as you coaches always talk about, peaking at the right time. And so it's not like these games are a warm-up. I personally don't believe in that. Every game matters, but boy, there's something a little special about what goes on in Indiana in late February and early March.
Well, there is, and I think the openers that you get, just like this one, where you have two teams that know each other really well and have played all summer and potentially have played pickup games against each other, and they literally know each other well. There have been players in years past that have gone from one school to the other and back and forth. There are a lot of issues going on with that. Same school corporation, that's the other one that's really different about this one. A lot of school corporations, but one school, one high school. This one has two. And one of them is the big school and one's the little school. And when you look at that, it is a David Goliath matchup tonight that we have here for you on Indiana Sports Network. And with that, we'll pause and come right back here at our pregame show. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Wabash Valley for over 30 years, and we are a leading Green Pro partner. Cold weather is here. Be sure to have your heating system serviced. We also have rebates available up to $625 on qualifying equipment. You can also get 24 months no interest financing for qualified customers. So if you need a service call or are looking to upgrade your current system, give us a call at 812-448-8387. Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort and quality meet.
He's back. Coach John Crooks welcomes you to enjoy some of your favorite foods at Coach's Timeout. Coach's is now open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Parties of all ages are welcome. Get popular food at popular prices, plus good friends at Coach's Timeout. Remember, Coach's Timeout, now open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
In Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You can get the latest high school and college sports information, plus great original sports stories at xlhsports.com. Check it out today. You'll be glad you did. You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Northview High School. Walt, we were at Rose-Hulman this last Saturday night, saw some excellent basketball games, and some of them actually kind of feed into this ball game. And when I say that, we saw Cloverdale, which again is going to be in the same sectional as Clay City. We also saw North Central Farmersburg, which again, those two ball clubs, you put all three of them together, and we're going to have a whale of a sectional when those three teams enter into one sectional, and that matchups that you're going to find in the draw is going to really determine a lot in that section.
It really is. If you can get a bye, that is going to be golden. It is every year. But we saw a Cloverdale team that is going to be better than they have been, and they're going to get some things going there. And you look at North Central Farmersburg, boy, so close to getting that David versus Goliath upset against Gerald South, a double overtime affair on that Saturday evening. Really a game that treated a lot of fans and maybe caused some folks like me some extra gray hair, or trying to pull the little bit of hair you have out and trying to watch that game. It's a fantastic affair. So you look at those two teams and joining the same sectional with Clay City, it's going to be very fun. People that are going to be able to witness that sectional, are going to see high-quality basketball. They're going to see a lot of excitement, and maybe some matchups that you necessarily aren't accustomed to seeing. That makes it fun also.
Well, in different styles.
Yep.
The styles could be completely different. When I watch a Joey Hart team that you're going to see at Cloverdale, they have a tendency to spread it out, slow it down, make you really take care of the basketball, and every possession matters. North Central Farmersburg, let's run up down the floor and throw it in as fast as we can and see if we can run you out of the gym. And then you're looking at Clay City, who's been a preeminent shooting basketball team that plays very solid defense. All of them will have a little bit to say about what that sectional matchup is going to be like. And I think that would be one of the most exciting sectionals to watch here at the end of this season.
Because so many times it comes down to defense, and Coach Ames, if you look at his ball clubs over the last 3 years, have improved defensively, allowing 3 fewer points per game over the last 3 seasons. The way they've matured and trying to fine-tune things defensively, you can kind of tell the gritty nature that his teams have, and that bodes well to postseason play. And later on, sometimes the offense may be behind the defense, depending on who's available and your rotations. I'll take that any day. And we can work out our offense, but boy, if you can't guard anybody, you got no shot. Clay City can guard. And this is what Coach, I've been enjoying watching his team guard over the last several years, and I expect nothing less this year.
Well, we're getting close on this when Northview has entered onto the floor, and we're waiting Clay City here as we get closer and closer to the start of this ball game. Walt, what's the key for both of these teams in tonight's ball game?
I think controlling emotions early. I think, a lot of times in a game like this, you have somebody that's going to be able to throw a haymaker. Then do you get rattled, or do you absorb it, relax, focus on what you've worked on all summer, your keys, your tendencies, your work habits, and then get back into the game? I would not be surprised to see an early spurt by either one of these teams. Controlling emotions for 4 quarters. I don't care if you're 2 or 90 dudes. The emotions tend to get better of you sometimes. And these high school students trying to control their emotions in front of 3,000 folks here tonight. A lot of onlookers who've been waiting for this game since last season that didn't go your way. Boy, hard to control your emotions. It'll be interesting to see who doesn't get too high or too low here tonight.
Well, you said too high or too low. Both these teams won their opening ball games in blowout fashion. So something's got to give tonight,
right.
And we're here to let you see it all here on Indiana Sports Network. We'll pause, and we'll be right back for those starting lineups. Again, you're watching Northview against Clay City on Indiana Sports Network.
Fearless Designs is still your champion for the finest in laser engraving. Trophies, hats, key rings, mugs, license plates, signs, and almost anything you can dream of are all available. Fearless Designs is a local company now serving the entire United States. Contact Fearless Designs for all your gift and promotional items. You will be glad you did. It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers.
6'5", senior number 35, Ethan Edwards. A 6'3", sophomore number 42, Dalen Keller. And a 6'3", senior number 44, Michael Tucker. The Eagles are coached in his 7th season by Mr. Chris Ames. And now the starting line for your Northview Knights. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Traven Baez. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 2, Christian Bryan. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 5, Avery Perry. At forward, a 6'5" senior, number 40, Carson Fosdick. And at guard, a 6'1" junior, number 21, Braden Goff. The Knights are coached in his 2nd season by Mr. Sean Neville. Ladies and gentlemen, it's night time!
Well, these two teams on the floor again. Huge ball game for both of them. They both come in with a winning record at 1-0. And you're looking at two ball clubs that we think towards the end of the season, 2-0 for Northview as they beat Sullivan last evening. But you're looking at two teams that really towards the end of the season could be the better two teams in the entire area in their respective classes. Officials getting ready, getting everything lined up. And again, stepping in that middle, tips up and controlled by Clay City. Dalen Keller has it tipped away. Pretty good defense that time by Bryan.
You were mentioning some injuries that Clay City had on the roster.
And we're talking about some guards. Clay City's going to be missing a couple guards, and we didn't really know why. And talked to one of the parents. He said, yeah, there is a fracture in one of the hands. It's a small fracture. They anticipate about a 4-week layoff for one of them, and we'll see. Nice drive into the hole. Couldn't get it to go down, though, as Mason Camp took that one deep and just couldn't get it in.
Guard play is something that you have to have in basketball, and so we'll see how Clay City adjusts here today.
Well, you talked about the defensive pressure, and right now Clay City's been putting it on right there. Could have been a travel. Looked very close. Yep. Man-to-man pressure by the Eels. They're going to hold this one back outside. Bias picks it up, gives it to Goff. Outside look by Bryan. Goff, and they're trying to put it inside, and they're not having any luck right now. Good defense by Clay City, but just as you say that, bailed out by that foul. It'll go against Mason Camp. That'll be his first, the team's first this quarter.
Looks like he was right in between going for the steal. He tried to hold up at the last minute once he realized he wasn't going to get there, but just a little bit too late.
Bias gives it up in the corner.
And you see Clay City paying a lot of attention to these corners.
Shot up and good that time by Bryan. Christian Bryan, a junior, puts that one in. Three-quarter court pressure, as you're seeing, and there's a turnover. Open look to Bias. He'll lay it up and in, and it's 4-0 Northview.
And that's the problem right there when you're looking at missing a couple of guards. You worry about that, and just like this, you see Northview's going to swarm.
Northview can just play real effectively in that three-quarter court. They'll have a chance. They're going to call a traveling violation.
Yeah. Move that pivot foot. He tried the step through. They'd already given up his pivot, and it's going to be back-to-back turnovers by Clay City.
4-point lead right now for Northview. Bias outside to Goff in the corner. Bryan now a three-point shot up, no good. Rebound in by Goff. He's got it in the low post, puts it up and in. So a rebound and basket by Braden Goff.
You invert that. A lot of times you have the big man down low and the guard shooting the three. This time you invert that, but you have a guard that can rebound the ball very well in Goff.
So a 6-0 start. You said something about whoever jumps up on the first. We'll see if they can come back and do it. Forced shot up, doesn't get it to go, and a rebound comes out to Perry.
Perry's second rebound already.
Goff turns the corner, kicks it out. Good ball movement. Now they're going to hold it up a little bit. Perry looks outside to Bryan, and they'll start it one more time. High post, drive down the lane, kick to the open man in the corner, short, and picked up that time by Clay City.
What if that was partially blocked? I didn't see if you got a hand on that or not, or if it was just short.
Deep down inside, couldn't get it to go. For the Clay City Eels was Ethan Edwards. He had a good look on the inside, but the angle was wrong for a right-handed shot. If he could use that left-handed shot, he'd put it in easily.
Good battle down low with Edwards and Fosdick trying to get position. Almost a steal. There it is. Oh, boy.
Almost again. Goff, open look outside for Perry. Can't get it to go. And a rebound comes out.
Look out.
Yep. Safodik outside, out of bounds. It'll be Clay City basketball.
Well, you've already seen a couple of offensive rebounds by Northview. They look like they're going to stay with this pressure. Going to have a conversation with the officials. Nope, we're going to we're going to settle things down. We're going to nip it in the bud, as Barney Fife said, right?
Fosdick must have said something because he got a strict talking to and a good point job.
He did. Must not have been too bad, though, because he didn't get a tee.
And he didn't get the warning assigned on the bench either, because you can do that now. Oh, a steal and a lay-in. Yeah. It's Traven Bias, and a timeout's been called by Clay City. It's 8-0. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
Joink has proudly served the Wabash Valley for over 20 years. And now we're investing in the future and bringing lightning-fast fiber internet to more communities. Fiber means faster. Streaming, learning, innovating, connecting. Experience what fiber internet can do for you from your local connection. Sign up today for free installation and a 3-year price lock. Visit joink.com to get started.
Pressure's broken by Clay City. An open three. Couldn't get it down for the Eels was Dalen Keller. Bias for Northview, and he'll run the offense again. Bias and Perry out in front off of this trap.
I like that change in defense, like Coach Ames come out of the timeout, give him a deliberate look.
He's got to do something to get the troops to do a little bit more offensively, and maybe he can work for the defensive turnover.
Yeah, get some transition would be helpful.
Bias.
That's a shot.
Perry, open look in the corner, no good, but the rebound is good. Avery Perry sticks that one in right off the glass. Boy, I'll tell you what, really having trouble. The Eels are really having trouble getting that ball in an offensive position. 10-0.
That's really unfortunate. You talk about guard plays being so essential. Northview, this is the same defense they came out against North Vermilion in the Gobbler game shootout. They used that three-quarter court trap very effectively. Not surprised to see it here today. Look out. Almost got one.
They've got to be able to get it down low, and they can't do it that way, and they're going to have an offensive foul. This one's going to go against Clay City and Ethan Edwards as the ball was tipped away, and he just grabbed him from behind.
Here comes the substitution. He's going to bring in Peyton McCollum for the Northview Knights as Christian Bryan takes a seat. So a big lineup for Northview. They can do this, run McCollum and Fosdick together. Kind of those two big boys in the post area.
Still working on that 1-3-1 half court. Shots up, no good, but the rebound, and they're going to get the foul. It's a push-off behind. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Northview's Avery Perry was wide open, and the reason why is because he gave him a shove right before the shot.
It was subtle, a very subtle shove in the small of the back, and that's all it takes when somebody's trying to leave their feet. Here comes Clay City trying to press break.
And they lost it again.
Right. They had it across the line, but then it was kind of a strip. They touched it last, and it's a turn. Boy, this is just, you can't score if you can't get a shot up. The last possession, they got an early shot. I think that's better than no shot, but I think they'll figure things out as we go along. I just hope they're not down too much.
It's that idea of turnovers. Turnovers can really just hurt you at this point. Deep shot on the outside, no good by Goff, and the rebound comes out to the Eels.
That's the saving grace, is that Northview not hitting the three-pointers. Oh, boy.
Another turnover.
Oh.
And a drive into the basket and an easy layup. Good hard take by Braden Goff.
You knew Edwards already had one foul, and there's another turnover.
And he took it from behind. Goff came up from behind, tipped the ball, and it pinballed right back to him. Another turnover. Northview slowing it down. They lead 12-0. 1:20 left to go here in the first period.
At this point, if I'm Clay City, I'm thinking about putting in one of my young guards. I know they have on varsity. I'm sure they have a freshman guard, something like that. Do you – I know things are not looking good, but at some point you just need somebody that can handle the rock. Can you give us a couple of minutes to get our sea legs under us?
Goff cuts down the middle, can't get it. Rebound out, and here come the Eels with the drive, and can't get the shot, but the tip is in. That's Dalen Keller with that follow, and Clay City is on the board. It's 12-2.
And they needed that desperately. They really need that. You hate to go a whole quarter not scoring. Northview could massage this thing, take the last shot if they choose to. But, boy, again on the board here this quarter, even just 2 points, it makes a world of difference.
Bias out to Goff. Goff has made some tremendous plays defensively, which has led to him scoring on the other end. Look outside, Perry with the drive. He goes to put it up. It's blocked out of bounds. And it'll stay Northview basketball with 5 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Into the lineup is Logan Stolting. Inside move to Perry, got it up and in. That's a great out-of-bounds play. And the shot goes up, it will not count. 14-2 is our score, with Northview in the lead when we return for more action on Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
We're the Browns, and this is our account.
Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. Shaw Chiropractic is a big part of Clay County and Northview sports. Dr. Julie.
Northview with the basketball and a 14-2 lead. Perry back outside. Different guard in the ball game. Can't find that one as it's Zach Buell, and he misses his first shot. Clay City with the basketball. Wyram with the spin, got it up and in. Nice play that time by Bryce Wyram.
If they can just get in scoring position with the ball, good things can happen. But it just the getting to that spot has been the hard part so far, to see if they can string a couple of possessions together and figure this thing out.
It's been a 12-point lead. They're going to have a foul called, and they say he ran through the screen.
It looked like that official was getting ready to call offensive the way he postured his body.
He did.
Okay.
He just looked and went, oh, it wasn't the offense.
Yeah.
It was a defensive thing.
Yep. So first foul on Michael Tucker.
Northview with the basketball. Buell back outside. Here's Bias, open look in the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped up and picked up by Clay City.
He had a great look.
Outlet pass to Keller. Shot up in the corner. He got nailed for a three-point shot. And going to the line will be Bryce Wyram.
That's the one thing that if you're Northview, you definitely do not want to do that. You got to contest without fouling. In a situation where Clay City is struggling to find points, you do not want to put them at the free throw line to chip away into this lead with no one guarding them.
We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game: Carbon H&A, Disabled American Veterans, the Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Goshen H&R Block, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Joink, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, of York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive, with 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. You know, those 3 free throws really is what Clay City needs to get this thing cut down into not only single digits, but into something a little bit more respectable.
Yeah.
It was 12-0. It's now 14-7.
So a nice response so far as we get, once again, another stop. Coach wants a timeout.
And with that timeout, we'll take one as well. 14-7 on Indiana Sports Network. And it looks like we're back. Both teams have broken the huddle. It'll be Northview basketball. Wanted to talk that one over. You can see why the score's been cut to 14-7, and Clay City's done a nice job.
They really have, and the bad foul on one end led to a nice conversion by Wyram on the free throw line. And next thing you know, if you get one more stop, and it's a travel there. One more stop and a score, and you're feeling pretty good. There's your stop. Oh, I thought that was auto on Fosdick. I really thought Fosdick touched that one last. I thought it was going the other way, but Northview gets a reprieve, and it's going to stay right here.
Well, Logan Stolting, if he wouldn't have reached for it, they probably would have given the basketball back to Clay City. That's one of them you As an official, you look, well, who went after the ball last, really touched it last. Northview with a basketball. Goff working open in the corner. Bryan wide open is Goff. They're just baiting him to shoot it now.
You got to shoot it the first time.
Christian Bryan backs it up, and they'll set the offense one more time. Using that high screen, good crossover, had a thought to shoot it, didn't get it up. Using that screen on the outside, he picked his pocket. Keller picked it, got to the other end and scored it.
Did a great job of not baiting into a charge. Just took a little floater from 7 feet to get this thing down to 5 points.
It's a 9-2 Clay City run. Oh, crossover by Goff. Nice drive. Can't get it up. Rebound, he couldn't get in. And an outlet pass, and here come the Eels. Again, Keller drives, shoots, got it, but it's a foul, and it's an offensive one.
That's a situation of guys in positions that they're not really accustomed to. It's unfortunate that we're in that situation here today, but you got to do the same thing that we did the last possession. Either take the little 7-footer or pass the ball on the other side of the lane. Northview was there, was ready. You can see the charge coming a mile away.
Well, coming out of the ball game for Northview is Avery Perry, as he'll take a quick seat. And back in is Traven Bias.
Good spin.
Nice post move and a really nice play that time.
Get a good seal, get the ball, and go straight to work. I like it.
Fosdick with a good play. Open look for three. They had a man in the post. They're not going to get it there. Open look, thought about it, puts it up again, doesn't get it. Rebound to Goff. A lot of movement. Here comes. Back on the outside. Open look in the corner for Bias. He got the three-pointer up and buried it.
First three-point hit of the evening for Northview, as they're now 1 for about 9 or 10. That's a big hit to stretch it back to double digits.
Lead went right back to 10. With the drive down the lane, can't get it, and everybody's going. They're going to call the foul off of the rebound on Bryce Wyram. He didn't get the shot over the rim. That's his fault. The ball fell short, and he went right through the defender to get the ball.
Yeah, and he's kind of, when you're going for the rebound, you swatch your hand a couple of times. You know, you're going to get that foul call on you. You go maybe straight up. I thought he was a little bit off balance for that shot.
Well, and when he was off balance, he literally crashed through the defender. It didn't even have to block out well. Back to that trap is Clay City. Going to force Northview to throw the ball back and forth.
Watch out for these threes.
Went down, the ball's after it, and I mean, they're going for it hard. Lead pass down to, and he just lost it on the line.
That's really too bad.
Bryce Wyram with a good effort, just couldn't corral it.
Yeah, it was a great effort, and it just, like you said, you know, if you're going 1,000 miles an hour, then there's no way you're going to be able to stop. He tried to throttle down, but just went off his outstretched hands, and so it was kind of a lose-lose proposition for the young man, to be honest with you. Great idea, just wasn't quite there by Clay City that time.
Well, that pass was a little bit too low trajectory-wise and had too much steam on it. Nice kick out in front. So trying to stop the pass from going back and forth on the trap.
You got to watch Northview, but a little pass down low and so much attention at the top of that trap. You know, sometimes acceptable to throw in a kind of a pass to the block for an easy two.
Gibson Schimmel, the sophomore guard, in for Northview. Had a pretty good game in the JV section of this one. Open look in the corner. He puts that one up. Can't get it. And rebound comes out to Clay City. Fighting that for that one, just threw it out of bounds. That's, again, going a little bit too fast for what you're able to do.
Yep, you've got to slow it down a little bit. They're so anxious. They want to get back in this game. They know, you know, their defense is giving them an opportunity like it always does. But just unfortunately, the offense kind of let them down right here in this second quarter.
Well, the big advantage for Northview right now is they've used multiple players off the bench.
Boy, you had Fosdick on a crash. That's wide open, Herb, that opposite.
Yep, that flash all the way across.
Yeah.
He had him there.
Neither big, though, are flashing very hard. That's the problem that I have right now. I want McCollum and Fosdick. They both have got to crash like they want the ball. They're kind of pity-patting down the baseline. It's not going to work. And there you go.
The issue is Clay City plays defense, as you said earlier. They're playing a great style of defense.
Yep. Oh, boy. Oh,
nice tip outside by Bias. He's got the break down into Schimmel, and Schimmel scores that one very easily. It's 21-9, and a timeout's been called by Clay City. With that, we'll take one as well. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Shaw Chiropractic is a big part of Clay County and Northview sports. Dr. Julie and Dr. Michael are the specialists you need to help you feel better. If you're an athlete, a farmer, work in a factory, or just work in your backyard, you need the benefits of chiropractic care. Shaw Chiropractic is located in the Kroger Strip Mall in Brazil. Dr. Julie and Dr. Michael Shaw, your friends for chiropractic care.
Your all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an all-pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one all-pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why. We're not #1, you are.
We're not #1, you are. You're #1 at York.
Eels with the basketball. Wyram out front. Being hawked by Bias. Here comes the drive by Camp. He'll shuffle it off and he'll start the offensive movement again.
How fast can he get on that block? There you go.
Boy, I mean, there's some fight going on that one, and still nothing, and everybody's on the floor. Good hard move, and there he got the foul called in the open court by Wyram. Wyram fouled him, but there was a lot of contact at the other end.
Yeah, there was. And Coach Ames was letting them know. Coach Ames is hot to trot. I don't blame him.
He's going after now.
Guy.
He's not going after one. He's going after all three of the guys that are officiating, because somebody's got to see that huge amount of contact that was going on at the other end. Back on the outside again. Northview's willing to just kind of hold off here.
Yeah.
With the drive, Bias, and he'll pick it up and go back outside. They're trying to trap him. They can't get it done. Perry on the outside. And there's a lot of contact on this end too, folks. Shot up in the corner, no good. Her rebound comes out and ripped down right there by Jacob Gibbons, who entered the ball game. There's a backcourt foul.
Silly foul right there. There's a reach. Got to move your feet to stay in position. Instead, you try to reach, going to get that foul. Try to get the easy steal, and what's going to happen. Just 2 team fouls, though.
Yeah, they really haven't called very many fouls, so it's starting to get a little bit chippy.
It is.
Handoff outside, huge three. Wow. It doesn't get it at all. Saved and picked up by, and they're going to have a held ball. That should be a jump ball. That's correct. Held ball possession error favors Clay City.
That three was just too deep. Boy, you just would love for him to take another step or two in, get close to the three-point line. You know, that was just, that was way too deep. If you've hit 3 in a row, let it go. But if you haven't, step in, young man.
Another shot on the outside, just burying it outside, was Dalen Keller.
Got to that mid-range, that little elbow area, and pulled it up from there and nailed it down to a 10-point lead by Northview.
21-11. We're under a minute, down to 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Northview is looking to hold.
Yeah, Clay City looks like they're going to let him too. So it's just, I kind of don't blame them. Get in the locker room and regroup, try to draw up the game plan.
Outside to Bryan, he lost it. Here comes a 2-on-1.
You got to pass that.
And he got fouled in the process. I don't know if he could throw it.
I thought he could. You can pump fake in a bounce pass. It should be an easy transition layup right there. Get 2 free throws. Better knock both of these down.
So stepping to the line will be Mason Camp. Folks, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's ball game. Carbon H&A, Disabled American Veterans, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Goshen H&R Block, Great Dane, the Hamilton Center, Joink, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, and York Automotive. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 6 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Mason Camp at the line, 3.7 seconds, couldn't get the shot up. Almost a lot of contact there, and that one goes up and awry. It's 21-12. Northview with the lead over Clay City here at halftime. 21-12, folks. And coming from that immediate 12-point run out by Northview, Clay City's kind of steadied what they've done here, and we'll be back and talk about it here at our halftime show. Again, you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Wabash Valley for over 30 years, and we are a leading Green Pro partner. Cold weather is here. Be sure to have your heating system serviced. We also have rebates available up to $625 on qualifying equipment. You can also get 24 months no interest financing for qualified customers. So if you need a service call or are looking to upgrade your current system, give us a call at 812-448-8387. Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort and quality meet.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Okay. Hey, you know, Walt, you're looking over at the kids next to us, and they're doing the cha-cha, right?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
No, I'm too old.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, my daughter's tried to get me to do that. I told you earlier, I went to the dance contest they had at Crawfordsville today because my daughter coaches dance team.
Right.
And we could do that. Just thought I'd let you know. I'd almost pay. I'd pay to see you shoot the threes that they're doing out there for the coach.
I'll do that.
You do that. I'd almost pay to see that one, and I think everybody else would too. But
I'd love to.
Hey, you know, speaking of shooting, right at the start of the ball game, Northview didn't miss.
It didn't. I mean, it's when you look at what they were able to do and kind of get into their offense and playing good defense and feeling pretty good. The one thing that they couldn't do was knock down the three-point shot. But still, even with that, they're able to amass a little bit of a lead that they're going to have to, put the gas pedal back down to try to, maintain this thing. Because if they think they can coast to a victory here tonight, that ain't going to happen. There's going to be no coasting across the finish line. Now, let me back up and say I'm not accusing them of that's what they're going to try to do. I'm just saying they better not try to do that. The Clay City is going to come at it. I expect Coach Ames, they're going to figure some things out with their ball handling and cut down the turnovers and try to get into the office a little bit better.
Well, and I look at it. Clay City made a run, but then Northview responded. Right. But they didn't respond with their offense. That was a defensive response.
It was. Got a couple more turnovers in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter to kind of massage that lead back up. And that's what it's been. They've been picking on the ball handling of Clay City, the lack thereof. And that's what you should do. If you have a size advantage, you use that. If your opponent is deficient in their guard play, you can pressure them. You don't sit back and just let them run their offense freely. You get them into them, you make them uncomfortable, make some guys try to do something that they're not accustomed to do, and you make a mistake here or there. You get an easy bucket like Northview did. So, I mean, just doing what they have to do here in this game. The one thing for Northview offensively, I would love to see more cutting with purpose. Because I think a lot of the cuts are very, very soft here tonight. I'd love to see them move without the ball a little bit better, because they can get to some spots, whether it's against the man or against against the zone. So it just either way, I think Northview, you move a little bit better with the basketball or without the basketball, and better things will happen.
Well, you'll also notice the type of offense that Northview's running. They're not going to get a post up down in the low post.
Not all the time, no.
No, and they really haven't anybody try to establish a post. I mean, the area of Indiana I came from, I watched one of the Mr. Basketball guys, Jeff Gross, which was an interesting character. But he's a guard about 6'2". And in the league he was in, they had Sean Kemp in that league, and they had, Rick Fox. They had all these big dudes in it. And Jeff Gross took his matchup on the post, posted up, and scored at will. That's how they won ball games. And yes, he could shoot the three, and yes, he could shoot it from literally the little marks, those little timeout marks. That's what was his favorite shot. But the issue is he had a post up, and they continually went to it. Neither one of these teams right now have anything they can go to manufacture points.
Well, Northview has that. It's just, do you want to run your offense to utilize that? I think, we've seen Fosdick, the one opportunity that he got on the block, able to quickly turn that into a bucket. I think McCollum has sufficient size. Maybe not McCollum with the size in this game, but if you're going to have a 5-out offense, you're going to have your bigs in the corners, then you have to move without the ball, get proper space. Your spacing is there. You have to get the cuts, or else you're just standing around with nobody in the post. You're not scoring in the post and not trying to, and you're also not getting much out of your offense because there's too much standing around the outside. So it's like a double negative in that regard. You got to do either one or the other.
Yeah, and we see what I'm looking at, when Fosdick made one play down there, they didn't go back to it. And they just left it alone. And yes, they're doing a nice job of slowing the tempo, because Northview has the ability, if they slow the tempo down, they can do some dangerous things. But they're going to have to do a much better job putting the ball in the post and really attacking the basket. That's why we don't have very many fouls either.
Right.
And neither team has a lot of them, but especially Northview has not really put Clay City in foul trouble from attacking the basket. Clay City has had themselves in foul trouble from fouling 20 feet away or 25 feet away, not in the low post. So, again, both these teams are trying to find themselves. I think they will. I really do. I think both these teams will find themselves later in the season. And with that, we'll take a look at halftime here at Northview High School, where, again, the score, Northview 21, Clay City 12. We'll be back in a moment for the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane. Be great.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive health care for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
Joink has proudly served the Wabash Valley for over 20 years. And now we're investing in the future and bringing lightning-fast fiber internet to more communities. Fiber means faster. Streaming, learning, innovating, connecting. Experience what fiber internet can do for you from your local connection. Sign up today for free installation and a 3-year price lock. Visit joint.com to get started.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention. You always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Northview High School. 21-12 is our score here at halftime as we're just about ready to break out of those timeouts and start this second half with about 20 seconds left to go as we get ready for this one. And for Clay City, they just need to shoot the ball just a little bit better.
They really do, and they've got to limit these turnovers. From about 8 or 9 turnovers in the first half. Might have been a couple of more than that, but if they can solve that turnover bug, and I know that's going to be tough with the Northview pressure when they decide to deploy that. But you've got experienced players, but just not experienced in these positions. Then that's what makes it difficult for Coach Ames here tonight.
They're playing just a little bit out of position, but at the same time, they're good enough basketball players to get this thing done.
Just got to get it into the half court, get it in the scoring position, get that ball in the scoring position, and they'll have success.
Traven Bias will set up the offense for Northview. Gives it up, gets it out to Goff, cross court, and they'll move the basketball. Still working that spread style offense. Yeah. And they're going to try to make Clay City come out and guard them. That's really a pretty smart move because if you do that with these guards, they have a chance to take some of the bigger players to the basket.
That's the same thought that I had. You look at Goff; he can break his guy off the dribble at will. When he wants to, he can do it. You can just give him the ball. Now there's a turnover.
Just about lost that one. They found themselves trapped. Open look, almost walked with that one. Back outside, it's Wyram. And good ball movement now by Clay City as they're moving it there. Inside post play and the shots up and in. That's a nice cut by Michael Tucker, and Clay City was able to find him right at the basket. It's 21-14.
Just like that, they were able to get into the half court, work their offense, and a score. When they're able to get in the half court, got to get this thing across the second line here. When they get in the half court, they're having a good success here tonight.
Bryan outside, gives it up to Perry. Fosdick. Here's Goff, crossover, lay up and in, and he got hit in the head.
That's really too bad because that, that's a foul that you want. I think it was Edwards. You want him not to get that foul. If you're not gonna block the shot, not quite there early enough to do so. You don't want to squat and hit somebody upside the noggin to give him a three-point play after giving up a layup.
Ethan Edwards' second foul, a three-point opportunity, the old-fashioned kind. He put it in. We want to thank our sponsors, Carbon H&A, Disabled American Veterans, Fearless Designs, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and Goshen H&R Block. Again, full court pressure being applied by Northview. Trying to get the trap. They got it. Open look. Got a man down low. Put it up, and he's fouled.
That's a good foul. I like that foul by Avery Perry. He's, putting his hands on his head. Kind of surprised he got the foul call. Well, you body a guy. They're going to call you the foul. But you can't give up whether he was trying to dunk it or easy layup. Either way, send him to the free throw line and make him earn this.
Michael Tucker, and see, that's a real good foul because he missed a point there.
That's right. He had a point-blank layup.
That's one of those if he'd probably laid it in instead of trying to go up for the easy open. He got both. He missed both of them. So that's a good play, and he didn't get any points out of it. You're right, a great foul.
Yep. Now we'll see what Northview does here.
Open look. Here's Perry with it. Had a man in a low post, couldn't get it. Again, getting a little bit chippy. And Avery Perry sets it back out in front. Goff on the left wing. Fosdick. They're moving the ball more of a motion style now instead of the other. Went up. Tough shot. I don't think that was a good one. Almost picked that one up with it on the other side. Open look with the drive. Easy layup and score for Byram. Or Wyram, excuse me. Bryce Wyram.
Back to an 8-point deficit now. Clay City's just trying to chip this thing away little by little.
Outside. Perry. And I don't know why you're wanting to do that. Again, you're 25 feet away. You want to hedge it, but you want to jump back, and obviously he didn't do it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to. I didn't know he was going to go all the way through, but, you know, thought he was going to have a chance to get that steal. Didn't quite get it. You know, sometimes that gamble pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Good take.
Hard one, can't get it. Rebound to Clay City, and then it's knocked out of bounds. It'll still be Purple basketball.
You know, last night, these Northview Knights played a team in purple. Of course, they were probably in their whites last night, but big game against Sullivan. You know, when you play Sullivan on a Friday, you really need Saturday off. And what do? They get rewarded with their county rival after Sullivan. That's a tough weekend, Herb.
Tough drive in, a nice scoop. Easy play for Dalen Keller.
And here we go, down to 6. If I would love to see 1-4 flat, run a high screen and roll with Goff. Goff and pick your man. Pick Goff and Perry, possibly. Goff and Fosdick, somebody, but give Goff space, let him go to work. This guy, he can't guard him.
Here comes.
Let him
Goff
go.
Down the middle, pull up, got it up, got it in.
Herb, anytime he wants it. If your offense is stagnant, you're not getting much going, give your guard space, let him go to work. He'll either create for somebody else or he'll score just like that.
Looking inside, they still don't have it. With the drive, open
there
look for 3. Doesn't get it, and a rebound comes out to Northview.
Boy, that would have been a big bucket right there, Herb.
Tough shot that time by Bias, a fall away.
Yeah.
Didn't need to. With a quick drive, and he didn't get it in. Boy, I'll tell you what, Tucker had an open look and just could not put it in.
We've seen probably about 3 of those tonight where they couldn't quite get that, that shot at the rim. Maybe a little bit hurrying to try to get that thing up there. And just, boy, a couple of those go down. It's a different ball game right now.
If he had that power shot, and he fizzles into court. Oh, and he's open underneath. He couldn't get it in. And then he got fouled. And here comes Tucker back to the line. I'm telling you, that was an effort and futility right there. Everything you tried to do didn't work.
You know, sometimes it's like that where it just feels like there's a lid on the basket. You make these little chippies 999 times out of 1,000. And here you are in a big rivalry game tonight. You had about 4 of them that haven't gone down. And then the missed free throw, and I tell you, I know that Michael Tucker, I just saw it, watch his body language, kind of posture his hands a little bit, a little down. Nice to see his team trying to pick him up a little bit. It's a big free throw right here. Let's knock it down. There you go.
Got one of them in. There you go.
Just see that ball go through the net, makes you able to exhale a little bit, so the next time he gets to the free throw line, he'll be feeling a little bit better.
Trap. Here it comes again for Clay City.
Back line of that trap is open. If Northview wants to get, they're going to hold the ball.
It looks like Milan. Here they are.
I wonder about legs. I wonder about you have a big game last night. What do they still have in the tank? You know, that makes me wonder, honestly.
Well, you take 6 minutes off the board by doing this, where you're really not doing anything. Stolen away, and Clay City does a great job of taking the ball away. Mason Camp with a tip, shots up from the outside, rebound to Camp.
Tide has started to turn with Clay City getting some steals, and now the offensive rebound. Got to pay this thing off right here. Get the wire.
They've got to get a payoff on this turnover. Really need one. Wyram back outside to Camp. They're going to rotate it around. Keller, he'll drive. Looks, got a man open at the top of the key. Shots up, can't get it. And they're going to call a foul. It'll be Clay City basketball. They're going to say that a huge block out by Fosdick caused the issue.
Third team foul of the quarter. Couple of substitutions coming in. Zach Buell as well as Christian Bryan coming back in.
Again, Northview's been able to do that, rotate about 8, 9 deep here.
Yeah.
Where Clay City has an inside move and a great play on the out-of-bounds play, and scoring it was Ethan Edwards.
And Fosdick had the 2 fouls, couldn't make the third. There's a timeout by Coach Neville.
So a timeout's been called, and we'll take one as well. It's 26-21, and we're here at Northview on Indiana Sports Network.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
At Great Dane, we don't just build trailers, we build careers. For nearly 50 years, our dedicated teams in the Wabash Valley have been crafting some of the best trailers on the road. With cutting-edge technology and a family-focused environment, we empower our employees to grow, learn, and thrive in the manufacturing industry, all while focusing on delivering the very best for our customers. Come join our legacy of excellence and start building your future. Learn more at greatdane.com/careers. Great Dane, be great.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back. Northview opened with a 12-point lead, and throughout this ball game, it's been Clay City trying to chip away at it. They've got it down to 5 here with 1:48 left to go in the third period. And it's all a game of turnovers on both sides. Northview trying to extend and work the clock. Shots up, no good. Rebound, fought for, and out of bounds off of Clay City. Has a good effort that time by Ethan Edwards. He went flying out of bounds.
Northview with another possession here. They're trying to extend this lead back to a 3-possession game.
Goff gets it in, and they'll set the offense one more time. Back on the outside is Bias. They're going to feed it inside. Fosdick with the turnaround, and the bank is open.
Don't know if he called it, but he'll take it.
Body's hitting the ground, hitting the floor, shot up in the corner, can't get it, rebounded, can't get it again. They're still fighting for it. Shots up and in. And Ethan Edwards will go to the line. He got the shot and drew the foul.
Multiple efforts that time for Clay City rewarded. Another foul on Fosdick, that's his third. He's going to stay on the floor.
They didn't put the points on the board.
Oh, they will. Yeah, I know Coach Ames will make sure they get this. They're going to. The kids are talking about it over here.
Yeah.
There they go. There it is.
You say the kids, there's a couple about 6th grade boys over to the side of us, and they're just having a blast.
Yes, they are. This is the next generation, man. These guys, some of these kids are going to be out here in this rivalry here in a number of years, so they're getting ready.
28-23, another 5-point lead. Boy. Under a minute, and Northview's going to push the ball back and forth here.
Free throws could be a big story here tonight. Clay City, probably about 6 missed free throws here tonight in a 5-point game, Herb.
Here it comes. They've extended the trap. Goff had it. There are players hitting the floor all the time in this ball game.
Yes, there are.
The only issue is now here in the fourth quarter, somebody's going to have to wipe up the perspiration every now and then. Goff with it out front, 10 seconds. Goff drives inside, open look, holy cow.
Oh, boy.
And they're going to have a three-point shot as, again, Michael Tucker hit him, and we're going to go to the line and see Traven Bias shoot 3 free throws with 6.1 left to go in the third period.
You've got to be able to close out without leaving your leftist feet susceptible for that foul.
We want to thank the Hamilton Center, Joint, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, York Automotive, and of course York Automotive is the transportation specialist we use here at Indiana Sports Network. And they have locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Our camera operators for today's game are Kanan Harper, Wyatt Foster, and Noah Gastineau, and we're directed and produced by Tony Harper. If you want to advertise on Indiana Sports Network, drop Tony a line, and I'm sure he'll be able to take care of you in what's going on. Again, 29-23, and almost stolen away. It is. It went off the Clay City player's foot.
He
and
timed
that's what
it.
they're saying.
He timed it on that bounce so beautifully. Now Northview, not only do they get the stop, but they get another possession, 2.4, trying to push this thing out to an even bigger lead.
Now let's see if they have a set play they're able to run. Shots up, almost drew the three-point shot again. And with that, we'll close out the third period. It's a 7-point Northview lead. Going into the fourth, you're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Wabash Valley for over 30 years, and we are a leading Green Pro partner. Cold weather is here. Be sure to have your heating system serviced. We also have rebates available up to $625 on qualifying equipment. You can also get 24 months no-interest financing for qualified customers. So if you need a service call or are looking to upgrade your current system, give us a call at 812-448-8387. Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort and quality meet.
I'm all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're number 1 at York.
Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to Northview. Hey, you know, the Northview Knights have 2 really good teams that they get to play this next week.
They really do, and when you look at Northview's schedule, the very, very tough schedule. Upcoming, they'll have West Vigo coming up on their schedule, but then North Platte Cascades. But it's very interesting time of year. I know next weekend, I believe, we'll have Park Tudor at Park Heritage.
Yes.
And that's going to be
and
very
when you say that, Park Tudor and Park
game.
Heritage, Park Tudor has a basketball heritage that most people don't know. They multiple Division I players have come out of that little school in Indianapolis, and it's a different school. It's a private school, very high class, and what the clientele that go to that school, a lot of professional athletes' sons go to there. When I coached against them at one point, Tony Dungy's son was playing football for him. Those kinds of players. Farrell, whatever the guy, Yogi Farrell played for IU, was there. They had a couple guys from North Carolina State that ended up going to Park Tudor. So just a huge basketball school. Shot up and a big three-point play. Right on the outside is Michael Tucker. He drills one. It's a 4-point lead.
That's the way you start the quarter, with a big three-point hit after Northview's defense. That's what I've been looking for all game long, Herb.
Lob in the inside, open look for Bias. He can't get it, and the rebound comes out to Clay City. A lot of contact driving up the floor. They're going to hand it off and start the offense. Once Clay City gets into the half court, they're pretty solid.
Yep.
Their issue has been turning the ball over on the pressure. With the drive, inside, shots up, and they're going to call a foul. They said he leaned in and hit him with his elbow.
Yeah, you can see that. If you don't lower your shoulder, that's a defensive foul. But when you lower that shoulder, the referee had a great vantage point to see that foul. That made it a little bit too easy for him.
Bryce Wyram. And the Clay City folks don't like it, but that is the call that should have been made.
Well, they shouldn't like it. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to boo, and everything that goes against their team, they're making their voice known. I like that.
Half-court trap, a 4-point lead for Northview. Feed it inside. Here comes Goff, and it's swatted away inside by Dalen Keller.
I just wonder, and I keep going back to this, I just wonder how much that Sullivan game took out of Northview, as far as the way we were kind of spreading the ball, slowing the tempo down. It makes me wonder what they have left in the legs for tonight.
I don't even know if it's the legs. I just think it's a strategy. They're not taking to the basket.
I don't know that I think that's the strategy. I'd be surprised. I'll find out later, but that would surprise me.
Ooh, a scoop and a score by Trevin Bias.
That's a great move to the basket. He's done that several times, and I get to the basket now, lead back up to 6. Uh-oh.
3-point shot. Up and good! Mason Camp buries the 3, and it's a 3-point lead. And the crowd is on their feet for Clay City. And you can hear them right in my ear. 3-point lead. Trap. Bias with it outside. Gives it up to Goff. He's driving inside with the drive and score.
Any time he wants.
Braden Goff with the basket, and a timeout's been called. It's a 5-point lead when we return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
Sorry.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
Joink has proudly served the Wabash Valley for over 20 years, and now we're investing in the future and bringing lightning-fast fiber internet to more communities. Fiber means faster. Streaming, learning, innovating, connecting. Experience what fiber internet can do for you from your local connection. Sign up today for free installation and a 3-year price lock. Visit joink.com to get started.
Full court pressure broken by the Eels. They got it over the 10-second line. They're going to set it up right outside. Wyram with it. Looking to go one-on-one and move it. Here it comes. Feed down inside.
No.
Got it to Camp with the drive, with the shot. He scores it. It's a 3-point lead.
Great decision not to take the 24-footer. Drive to the basket, get a better look. A big bucket back down to 3.
5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Half-court trap again by Clay City. Goff feeds outside. Bryant almost lost that one. Outside to Bias. Back to Goff. Bias and Goff playing catch with it, trying not to turn it over. Goff kicks it open. Open look in the corner to Bryan, and they're going to move it around. Here's Perry, and he kicked it off the foot. Moved it off the foot of Tucker.
Boy, when you have, I've been talking about this all game long. You got Fosdick roaming the baseline. Man, when he comes ball side, I want to see a post. Even if he doesn't touch the ball, put your butt into somebody's belly and get a post, get a hard post.
Perry down on the corner, got him trapped.
Good trap.
He's trapped up and picked up. Here comes the shot, it's blocked, and they called the foul.
Hit him with the head, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Ethan Edwards will be whistled for that one.
Boy, I tell you, Herb, you look at the free throw disparity tonight in made free throws. That's
where
going to
it
be
is.
interesting. It's not like Northview's taken 20 more than Clay City, but they've knocked their free throw shots down at a much higher clip than Clay City has, and that may turn out to be a major difference in this low-scoring affair.
Bias puts both free throws in as they both rattle home.
Yeah, he used all the rim on both of those, didn't he?
Woo. 5-point lead.
Northview was just a little bit of cushion. Wow.
Open, here comes the drive. There's a shot up.
Good help.
There's a lot of contact on it.
Yeah, it was a good help defense. I didn't see. You saw it better than I did, but I know Fawcett coming over the help side with that block. That was going to be a layup.
Clay City basketball. They'll inbound it. Open look for three. They're going to feed it down the low post.
Good.
Big fella got it up and in.
How about
Great
that?
play by Ethan Edwards.
They ran that nice little screen and roll, and they slip him, went straight to the block, and it was a contested pass, but they made a concerted effort to get the ball to him.
We're almost at 3.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Still, Clay City not with the trap anymore. They went back to a 2-3 or a matchup style zone, and now they've trapped it. Somebody's got to go out and play on somebody. That's the problem. They're missing a couple guards in, and when they do it, now the feed down low. Oh, and it's picked off by Clay City. Open look. Here comes Wyram.
He went right into it. Yeah.
Call a charge.
He went the Euro step, and that second step led him right into the Northview defender's chest. If he'd have gone straight up with that left hand, he had a clear lane, but he used the Euro, and unfortunately, that took him right back into the defensive path. Oh, it's too bad.
And 4 fouls on Bryce Wyram. 4 fouls. Wow. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game.
Pressure moments, Herb. This is going to bode well for both of these teams later in the season, these pressure moments.
36-33. They got to go out and play. Coach Chris Ames directing the traffic defensively, and here it comes. They're looking to trap. Got him held up outside. Ball's up and almost tipped away. Goff down the middle. Open look for three. Shots up, blocked. And it's picked up that time by Camp. Camp. Open look for three.
Uh-oh.
Oh! With the shot, they're going to call a foul on the block. They say
boy.
A lot of contact.
I think,
a lot of talking.
I think he thought he got undercut.
He did.
Yep. And so he's very much voicing his displeasure.
And see, that's
to the Northview player.
The official called the undercut, but he didn't call it correctly if he's going to call one. He called the foul, but not an undercut. And a timeout's been taken as well.
Good timeout.
It'll be for Clay City. That's a smart move. They just want to make sure everybody's okay and calm down everybody a little bit. 36-33. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Indiana Sports Network. He got cut.
Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the Wabash Valley for over 30 years, and we are a leading Green Pro partner. Cold weather is here. Be sure to have your heating system serviced. We also have rebates available up to $625 on qualifying equipment. You can also get 24 months no-interest financing for qualified customers. So if you need a service call or are looking to upgrade your current system, give us a call at 812-448-8387. Carbon Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort and quality meet.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
You are watching Indiana High School basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Clay City basketball. Here it is. 2:13 left to go in the ball game. 3-point.
Watch the flip.
Looking for in the outside is Wyron.
Oh, he took his eyes off the defensive player and a travel. Oh boy, he took his eyes, looked at the bench, and Goff very headily went for the strip, ended up causing a turnover. Boy, it's a tough situation right there with Clay City trying to get their offense going. You got to know the play coming out of the timeout break. Can't be looking at your coach in that situation.
Still trapping out in front. Goff's being trapped. They got him in the corner. And a timeout's been called. That's a good one as well. Again, a 3-point lead. Timeout. Northview will take one as well. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Lane's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacy. We're your neighbor.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants. We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symphony.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hoffman, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Lynn's Pharmacy.
Downtown Brazil.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
36-33. Again, timeout as Northview needed one to save the possession. Almost tipped out.
I don't quite understand that inbounds pass, and you got Bias unguarded. I know you don't want to pass back toward the other team's basket, but that was there you go. Make the easy entry pass right there.
Half-court trap. They've been real successful with it as Clay City. They've caused Northview some trouble with it. They don't rush at it. They go nice and slow and then attack the actual pass. Goff on the outside. When he goes to drive, they have issues. They'll give it back outside to Bias. Goff with it again.
Just playing a little bit of keep away. I expect them to go to man at some point and come out here and pressure. There's your foul, fourth foul. One more until the bonus. You can't let too much time go off. You can't let them bleed this thing and then only give yourself a little bit of time if you're going to play the foul game. You're not trapping hard. All you're doing is letting them waste time. And so you either got to come out man and pressure. You got to trap harder. Get them to the foul line. You can't let them just sit out. Here's a hard trap. Okay. You put them to the free throw line, but at least you got a hard trap. I would have loved to see without the reach and let your defense get set.
And give it a chance.
Give it a chance, yeah. Right. But at least you didn't sit back for 20, 30 seconds.
And Dalen Keller picks up his second personal, so he's not in foul trouble.
Right.
Bias missed, or didn't miss, but he rattled two in.
Yeah.
So he nails this one. 37-33, a 4-point lead.
Well, Northview's just been living in that 3 to 5 range pretty much all quarter long with that lead.
And he got both those free throws. Those look true to form.
Yeah. Big possession here for Clay City.
Ooh. And they've got to attack the basket.
Yep, gotta go. Need a quick hitter. But you don't have the guards to really get the quick hitter.
Couldn't get it. Ethan Edwards with a good drive. He just couldn't get it in the hole. 5-point lead. They still have it. They've got to get it over the 10-second line. And who they called the foul. And And Mason Camp picks up the foul. That's his 4th.
Close to a 10-second. I don't know what the count was. Maybe about 8, maybe?
Is close. And Trayvon Bias goes to the line. 5-point lead, 35 seconds on the clock. Bias has just hit 2 free throws in a row, and he just missed one.
Well, that's your fault.
Well, I had to say he hadn't missed the previous ones.
Yeah.
And those last 2 he shot before these didn't hit anything but net.
Right.
That one he got in. So they've given up 3 points on free throws, and it's a 6-point lead, and
now
they're
that's
going to call
a silly
the foul.
It's only 2 team fouls, but I you know, try to go for the steal. I don't. It's not really one that I would like.
Going to make him bring the ball inbounds again. They did,
There's
and
3.
they're going to call the foul.
Now, because of the first one, you got back-to-back fouls in literally 2 seconds, and that was an opportunity.
Now it's under the basket.
Yeah, it is. And you have an opportunity to make that pass. Now let's see what they get baseline under. Slip for a layup. There it is. Slip in the layup.
Layup. That's a nice play.
Yep. That's the second time they've run a good play like that out of bounds.
Tucker scores, and a timeout's been called. We'll take one with 26.2 left here on Indiana Sports Network.
Joink has proudly served the Wabash Valley for over 20 years, and now we're investing in the future and bringing lightning-fast fiber internet to more communities. Fiber means faster. Streaming, learning, innovating, connecting. Experience what fiber internet can do for you from your local connection. Sign up today for free installation and a 3-year price lock. Visit joink.com to get started.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
Well, the Clay City Eels desperately need a turnover. They need to find a way to get their hands on the basketball here. 26 seconds left to go in the ball game.
See if Northview breaks somebody deep here for the home run pass.
They just switched. Trayvon Bias, and they'll get it, and there he goes. They're trying to get him to be the guy that gets fouled.
Foul somebody.
There it is.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Christian Bryan will go to the line. They still have it as a 2-possession game, even if they hit 2 free throws, but they're going to have to launch a quick 3 to do it.
And quick really hasn't been the recipe for Clay City, unfortunately, tonight with the lineup that they have at their disposal.
Another miss. Christian Bryan at the line misses that one. Offensive substitution back in for Clay City as Bryce Wyram comes back in. He's shot a 3 or 2 in this one, a couple of 3-point shots. Got that one.
And here comes McCollum back in for Christian Bryan. For defensive purposes, maybe some rebounding.
Full court pressure by the Knights. Looking, they'll get it in. And they've got him to dance that ball pretty quickly. Here comes Wyram. He's going to take the 3. Can't get it. Rebound. And it's out of bounds, but it's still Clay City basketball.
And here we go. Baseline under again.
They're going to do it one more time.
Yep. Let's see if we get off of this. Opposite side of the basket this time.
They've scored almost every time they've done these. Looking, screen in the corner, drive, 15-footer, can't get it, and that'll be the ball game.
Yep.
So Northview will end up winning the ball game 40-35 in the cross-county rivalry which is a big deal here in Clay County.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
40-35. And I will say, we talked about what are you going to do when you find yourself in a hole, and from Clay City's standpoint, they never packed it in.
No,
went the entire distance, really trying to cut the lead. Their effort was really strong. They're a very good basketball team for a 1A team. And for Northview, they were able to hold on, hold their composure, and win a ball game.
And that's all that matters is you have at least one more point than your opponent. Northview moves to 3-0 on the season. I don't know the last time they were 3-0 on the season. Probably, I know it's been a little bit of time. I might look that up and ask some questions. But to be 3-0 in this situation, with what on paper would be some winnable games coming up. Don't want to get ahead of yourself, but the Northview off to a good stretch, a good start to the season, and Clay City. I know they've dropped this one, go down to 1-1, but they've got to feel good about their team. They just got to get healthy. If they get, the sooner they get healthy, the better. And they're going to be just fine. I got no concerns about Clay City.
Well, they're going to get better because they have to play other players other than the two guards that normally play for them. So, again, when we look at these, we're going to have a ball game this next week here on Indiana Sports Center or Indiana Sports Network, which is going to have two of the very best small school teams in the state of Indiana, and Park Tudor taking on Park Heritage.
And that's one that Park Heritage is been able to get some teams to come to the gymnasium over the last several years. And I believe Park Heritage was there actually a couple of years ago that we did that game. So it'll be very interesting to see what they bring this time. And Park Tudor is going to have some athleticism. They're going to have some good shooting. They're going to be well coached. They have that history that you talked about. But boy, Park Heritage. This is a team that a lot of people have their eyes on, and there's a reason for that. Bringing back everybody, add a player here, a player there. If they can stay healthy, this team is going to be dangerous.
Well, we're able to bring you a lot of the best basketball here in the Wabash Valley. Everything that we've seen from the Gobbler game shootout that we had this last Saturday, this ball game tonight. Again, two very good teams.
Right.
Early in the season, Clay City again lost a couple players from injury for just a little while. Hopefully they return and return very well, and you can anticipate their return somewhere in January, more than likely, somewhere in that neighborhood. But if they can get things going with a couple extra guards and working things around, I like the half-court offense. They just had trouble, breaking that pressure because those guys aren't used to being in that spot. And again, kudos to the Knights of Northview because they maintained their composure throughout the ball game.
They really did, and we knew that was going to have to be the key for both of these teams to maintain composure. And even when it was a 12-0 game, I didn't see Northview too high, and I didn't see Clay City too low.
No.
And then next thing you know, you're in the fourth quarter with a 3-point game for half the quarter. So, both of these teams, you see, the process that both of these teams are going through. Just unfortunate that we couldn't get both teams at full strength for tonight, which is what everybody wanted. But they'll be healthy, and Clay City will get healthy, and Northview, you can't beat 3-0. Looking forward to see what they do against West Vigo, which is a game I believe in the Green Dome they lost last year. So they'll be licking their chops for after a week of rest to play West Vigo here in Northview High School.
Well, you'll have to check back on Indiana Sports Network. We have the ball games coming up, including several games at St. Mary of the Woods, which we have a big one coming up in December here, the 20th with Marion, two of the very best basketball teams in NAIA in Indiana, and we're going to be able to bring you that one.
Wait till you see Sean Tabloy. He's gotten better. You'll be excited to see him.
I know he's a lot bigger in what's going on, and Marion with Coach Pat Knight coming on board. This is going to be a great atmosphere for basketball. It's great for the Wabash Valley, and it's great for more basketball here on Indiana Sports Network. So check back. Make sure you get to see all of our games that we have here and are able to bring you on Indiana Sports Network. For my partner, Walter Gordon, I'm Herb King. We'll say so long, and we'll see you from Northview, where the Knights defeat Clay City this evening. So long, folks.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You are watching the Indiana Sports Network Game of the Week. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.